Last week, Mike read 40 pages. This week, he read 90 pages. What percent increase is this? Keyword right here, percent increase. So the first thing I have to do to figure this out is understand what an increase is. An increase is how much did it go up? So I start with 40 and I go up to 90. Well, what kind of an increase is that? We just simply subtract to find an increase. That means it went up 50. All right, so what percent is this? If it went up 50 and it used to be 40, my 90 is kind of not needed at this point in time. Once I figure out what the increase is, I'm not dealing with the new number anymore. I'm just dealing with the old number and the increase. So the old number, and remember that because you're not going to see a problem exactly like this, but just remember that you want the old number as your denominator of your fraction and your increase, because they're asking for the percent increase, as your numerator. Now to solve this, I'm going to change this into a percent. There's two ways I can do that. I can either change it into a fraction out of 100, or I can make this into a division problem. Let's try, first of all, changing it into a fraction out of 100. 40 times something is 100. Well, I can do that, but that's not that easy. So instead, let's go ahead and simplify this first. I can get rid of a 0 on each of these because I'm really dividing by 10. 50 divided by 10 is 5. 40 divided by 10 is 4. Now I have 5/4. Well, 4 times what is 100? 4 times 25. 5 times 25 is equal to 125. 125 hundredths, percent always means out of 100, and so that means my answer is 125%. Now let's try it doing the division way, because sometimes we can't just easily go into 100 as our denominator. What if it's a little bit trickier than that? I'm going to show you on this one how to change this to a decimal first, doing a division problem, and then into a percent. So my fraction is 5/4. It's 50/40, but it's kind of nice to deal with smaller numbers. We're always going to put the pant leg on the bottom number here. Pants go on the bottom, not on the top, right? So I think of this as being a pant leg. It's going on the bottom of my fraction, and I bring this into the inside, 5.00, and then I bring my decimal point straight up. 4 goes into 50 how many times? Well, let's start off with 4 into 5. It goes in once. 1 times 4 is 4, and I have a remainder of 1. 4 goes into 10 twice. That's 8, and that's a remainder of 2. 4 goes into 20 5 times. There is no remainder, so I have 1.25. To change a decimal into a percent, I'm going to move this over 2 spots, and so the answer is, again, 125%.